But here is John Fetterman firing back at AOC, trying to take the party all the way left.
Do you believe that this may be, at least in part, about your party changing and the populist movement in reaction to MAGA and the Democratic Socialists, that this may be a moment where they want to take over the Democratic Party?
I promise you, America's future and my party's future is not socialism or kinds of outlandish far left kinds of ideas. And it's been a year ago, after we lost the election, a lot of those parts and part of those ideas pushed our party over the cliff. And that's why we're in this situation right now. That's why we're firmly in the minority. And that's why we've lost control of the White House. So some people, if you think that's a solution, that's fine, but it's going to be a competition of ideas, and we know that's not going to prevail. What's going to prevail is common sense. What's going to prevail, choosing this country over, part of the extreme in our party.
I believe a fracture will occur in the Democrat Party, where moderates like John Fetterman will defect over to the Republican Party, because it'll essentially be pointless to be a Democrat when one half of the party is trying to progress ultra-radical socialist legislation and the other half of the party is consistently blocking it. It'll be easier for those Democrats against socialism to just work in a more bipartisan way with Republicans. I think John Fetterman is completely wrong that the Democrat Party won't become the Socialist Party. We've already seen polling that over 2/3 of Democrats have a favorable view of socialism, and their objective is to seize control of the Democrat Party, not create a third party. I think the young Marxist revolution will completely devour the Democrat Party, which will only help the Republicans post-Donald Trump era, because I bet a lot of these moderate Democrats are only Democrats because of how polarizing Donald Trump is. So when he's gone, all of them will be comfortable joining the Republican Party as they see the hammer and the sickle take over the Democrats. And I promise you, John Fetterman is going to be the first one to defect.